Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Today's topic is the biography of Judith Arundell Wright. Judith Wright was a prolific Australian poet, critic, and short story writer who published more than 50 books. Wright was also an uncompromising environmentalist and social activist campaigning for Aboriginal land rights. She is often referred to as the conscience of the nation for her commitment to the environment and Aboriginal land rights, and is only one for two Australian poets who has been considered for the Nobel Prize in Literature. Judith Arundell Wright, born on May 31st, 1915 in Arundell, New South Wales, Australia. Judith Arundell Wright died of a heart attack on June 26, 2000 in Canberra. She is daughter of Philip Arundell Wright and Ethel Wright. Judith Wright had two brothers, Bruce and Peter. She began writing poetry at the age of 6 to please and cheer her ever-ailing mother. Following the early death of her mother, she lived with her aunt and then boarded at New England Girls' School after her father's remarriage in 1929 to 1933. And after graduating, Wright studied philosophy, English, psychology and history at the University of Sydney 1934 to 1936. Wright's first book of poetry, The Moving Image, was published in 1946 while she was working at the University of Queensland as a research officer. In 1950, she moved to Queensland with the novelist and abstract philosopher Jack McKinney. Their daughter Meredith was born in the same year. They married in 1962, but Jack was to live only until 1966. In 1966, she published The Nature of Love, her first collection of short stories. Wright was nominated for the 1967 Nobel Prize for Literature. This debut collection was soon followed by Woman to Man 1949, The Gateway 1953, The Terrifiers 1955, The Other Half 1966, and Alive 1973. Much of her poetry was marked by restraint and lyric verse that decried materialism and outside influences on native cultures. During the 1950s and 60s, Judith's fame as a poet grew. Although she also wrote children's stories, book of criticism, and Generations of Man, a novel about her grandparents who were early settlers in Queensland, Dawson Valley. She wrote most of her works in the mountains of southern Queensland. A noted activist, Wright campaigned for such causes as conservation, peace, and Aboriginal land rights.